So 4 successes to get these.
4 successes, and you'll get some, but to get 8 lots, it's going to be quite challenging to find that much materials in the city.
Well, one thing that I could do is, since this is going to be against somebody, I could use charisma instead, right?
Yeah.
Charisma bureaucracy.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, and 6, 7, 8. I think that I will spend 2 personal motes for first bureaucracy. Sound good?
Additional 2 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would that do if you spend most?
I get to roll 2 more dice.
Is it the second or the first?
It's the first.
First one gets more dice. Second one gets just additional successes.
Yeah, he was asking which one you were using.
Oh, first.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of these, charms have first, second, third levels. Each one is different. You don't need to have each one.
And they're
Alright,
not
so 10
actually
dice?
levels.
Yeah. Yep, sounds fine.
You know what? I think he's got it.
I think he has enough for 8 batches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, that's...
apparently the speeches is working. The whole city's behind this now.
Even the rich merchants and everyone is in the nobles.
Napalm.
I suggest while we're in the prep phase, the 2 Nightcasts go on something of a recce.
We're gonna have to do a lot of work figuring out what made this city so poor. And
No. These are probably from the rich merchants, so they were keeping it in stash rather than
Paying taxes.
or there was a glut on the market, so they couldn't sell it.
It could also just be that no one really thinks to make napalm out of this stuff.
No, not even just making napalm and all that stuff. I just mean why is the city what made this put the city in such debt?
Bad harvest.
And bad harvest meant that there was absolutely no money at all.
There was a really ill-advised game of Gate.
Yeah.
Which is this setting's version of chess. Which is...
It lost a large goat herd or something, gotcha.
it lost all its goat herds.
Yeah, the Dragonborn from Skyrim came by and stole all their goats and put them in a pot on people's heads, so they couldn't actually stop it happening.
What happened to all our cheese?
That bastard.
That rat bastard!
He needs to maximize his smithing.
Now, can I suggest that the Nightcasts, while the great napalm preparation of whatever year this is, go off on a bit of a recce?
I think it's 7.
Why, yes, we shall.
780.
Alright, so just to be absolutely upfront about this, so I have it right. The grey square you've put down up on the left-hand side is our patch, right?
Well, they're going to probably...
That's our fire break.
Okay.
Basically you've got a big fire break around the whole city now.
Yeah, I see that, because of the great success.
You're probably going to be asked to hold this gate here.
Okay.
Because gates are where most people attack. Because the hole in the wall is the weakest point.
Just
again, you want to use your trained mercenaries to hold that place.
Yeah, I have 1,000 of them.
Presumably then, do we know which direction they're coming from, or have they already surrounded the city entirely?
Their scouts, they've basically... Their advanced units have pretty much cut you off all the major roads, and they're just waiting for the main force to arrive.
Who wants to taint some food supplies?
You do, and not me.
Yeah,
thank you.
that's...
We can't need to eat.
No, not us. Not ours. Theirs.
Jeez, how can you mistake his intentions?
Wow. Okay, that was
Yeah.
Who wants to? I mean, can we get some means to destroy do some things to the supply lines?
It's very easy. Find the nearest well to the outside the city and start poisoning. You're not going to be able to poison even a small percentage of their food, but you can poison the water. That they will be. Yeah, I mean I don't think they're going to be stupid enough to use the river right next to a big city.
Vengeful? Serpentis, you there?
Yes, apologies.
Your You're the lead.
There's nothing saying we can't do it. I just don't think it's terribly practical as an option, simply because looking at the map, they're probably not going to have that much in the way of water supply that isn't brought in from their supply train anyway. So going for the supply train of the army isn't idea. But anything closer to home right now, we probably want to keep untapped as long as possible so that we can get as much as we can out of it before we start poisoning. Because from what Gray's saying, this is only like the scouts and recce units, so they're not going to try and get close enough to the walls to actually attack it or burn them.
They're just there to stop mass fleeing. Yes, they basically. When you're collecting slaves, it's a good idea to stop the slaves from running away first.
No, I was meant to prematurely poison them when the army arrives.
Oh yeah, then yes, but I think we can sort of work that in as a later point. Right now, I think the stealth team probably has a more forward-thinking job.
Sure, it's just
What's a forward-thinking job? What's your forward-thinking job, Vengeful? I mean, the best thing I can think of is making a good place to, a good ambush point to, and hidey hole for us, so that the army passes past us.
That's one. The other is working out where the general's unit's approaching from, because I do agree that eliminating the general as soon as possible will help, because the guild is very sort of. It doesn't really do this thing called initiative in my experience. So if you kill the leader, we'll have a far easier time dealing with everybody else. So if we work out which angle the general's approaching from, we'll have a far easier time being able to actually deal with him.
You know where he's going to be approaching from. He's going to be approaching from the roads. The army is going to need the roads in order to actually advance.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but there's more than one road.
Yeah, but where's the nearest guild strong then?
South, and unfortunately there's 3 roads leading south.
Well, then you're out of luck.
Okay, so what do we want to roll as a question here to do? I do not have ride, unfortunately, so don't use anything.
Fortunately, I do have ride and I have a horse, so unless we're in a combat situation, at least we can get around. I mean, I suppose stealth and whatever else Grey chooses. We're trying to sneak out and get within sight distance.
Yeah.
So we're doing stealth?
Well, the 2 knights are, yes. We're going to break off, and unless anybody else has some stealth skill.
We're doing
I have 4 dots in stealth.
We're doing reconnoiter.
Yeah, basically, this is the bit that everyone else is doing while Joyous is busy. Sorry, Cloud is busy building an entire.
Well, you already.
Napalm.
Joyous, you're already using your action for the day. Remember?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Getting stuff.
You are unfortunately, getting all the resources.
You'll make sure that the peasants don't pile the rocks up in the wrong place.
I don't think there's actually anything that Tresden can help in any of these situations. I don't know if...
Do you, maybe you could do something war related to get your men ready.
Yeah, do you have war? You can rally the troops.
Yeah.
I have 4 in war. What else can I use as a bonus?
One charisma.
I have 4 in charisma.
Yeah. War and charisma. You're doing the prep talk. You're getting your men ready. You're getting them in the right places.
So that would mean 8 dice.
Unless you want to feel like A, throwing down any charms that might help on it, or B, doing a little bit of a stunt spiel to get some dice.
I don't know how to do any of this.
Well, yeah, if you speak in character and describe what you say to the men, that's automatically 1 extra die.
If you do it well, the GM can feel like giving you 2 dice, and if you do it well and make some form of use of the environment or situation, the GM can be a real nice guy and give you 3.
I cannot think of any speech to make at the moment right now.
So yeah,
I'll keep that in mind in the future to be better prepared in case of situation. But right now, I don't have really anything to say.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
More coin and more coin.
That's not really what these people are fighting for. Is the problem? They're fighting for their homes.
Yeah. So I'll do it. I'll do a 8 die roll.
Yeah.
Zebran, when you were using your moat, which ones were you using? The peripheral or personal?
Personal. They're the smaller pool, but you don't move. You don't light up the sun.
Yeah, actually, that's a real good point. Should we just probably explain what that is first before we start worrying about it? Because that's probably going to crop up later. Right, Gray, if you open a character sheet, the viewer might see that there's 2 pools for moats. There's one called personal, there's one called peripheral. Think of them as like your mana bar in Exalted. The trouble is, because Exalted kind of operate on rules rules that don't really work in creation, or they're not supposed to, if they use too much of their peripheral which is sort of the essence that isn't inside their own.
It's essence that can leak out, essentially.
Yeah, and if you use too much of it, it becomes screamingly obvious by stages that you are in fact an Exalted. Mechanically speaking, it's called your cast mask, which varies depending on, as we discussed, each cast. I think there's 2 knights and everyone else has a certain cast. So some effects will vary, but generally speaking, a giant golden symbol of your cast will start showing up on your forehead. To begin with, it's subtle and it can be hidden by clothing, or it's at least something that, while hazy, merely applies to you social penalties, but beyond a certain point it becomes screamingly obvious. A, you're not just an Exalted, B, you're one of those anathema Exalted, which is a religious abomination against the ruling entity of creation.
Put it this way, if you use enough of your peripheral essence, you can be
light up
seen for miles around.
Yeah.
I just want to ask, what was the time period for regeneration of essence?
It's 8 motes per hour of rest, I believe.
Which is
But you
good.
also it also depends on certain other things, including like if you have a hearthstone or whatever.
Or a cult.
Let's just say normal, no hearthstone. 8 motes
With no
per hour.
shenanigans, yeah, 8 an hour.
8
Well, the
motes
bat-
per hour of actual, like, full relaxation, so sleeping or a massage or something.
Yeah.
Well,
4 otherwise, unless you're, like, in combat. If you're exerting yourself, you don't get any.
right, so I'm gonna say since the army is gonna be tomorrow, I can actually use the most no problem.
Yep, I'd agree. You have a night's rest, so
Yeah, the battle is gonna be tomorrow most likely, or at least the start of the siege is gonna be tomorrow. So I'm gonna add 2 modes per doesn't matter right now, and I'm going to have 10 dice for war to prepare a battle strategy, or at least to drill them, to remind them of their duties and the order of battle that we're going to be maintaining during the siege.
Hey, Deuce,
Rest periods, fighting periods, who is going to be replacement if a sergeant or commander is killed, etc., 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 and all that jazz. Difficulty grade?
traditionally you ask for the difficulty before you roll.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I say it would have only been difficult or challenging because it's pretty much what they expect you to do.
So it's passed?
You're passed, yeah. Your men are set to purpose. You probably also explained that if they run, it's probably not going to end well for them.
Well, yeah, there's nowhere else to run
Through
to.
no fault of our own, of course.
Yeah,
This
if
is
they
just
try
a
to
simple
run,
fact.
if they try to run, there is going to actually be no escape because this is. So today we fight and we win. There is no other option.
Pretty much.
Real quick, Vengeful, did we ever get around to doing our reconnoitering?
No, we didn't because that was done first.
So that was done first. No, you're okay.
So can we say that our troops are going to be suffering morale when they see the side of the enemy army?
Yeah, they should be much more ready for this.
Very good.
All right, Team Ninja.
Sounds like complaints about
Why
them
do I
landing my
hear
house.
something like a whistle in the
That's
background?
a plane. That's a bit low.
Someone has a plane.
That
flying
did
It
above.
sounds more like a
They're
bomb
dropped.
falling.
The
Yeah,
drop.
it did sound kind of like a stuka.
Yeah.
No, please.
The Germans have started invading again.
Ray, was that you?
No.
They're salty about the. Oh,
Dear. Again.
They're salty about the World Cup.
well, look, we won 6-1 against anybody. It's a fucking miracle. Forgive me for taking some joy in football right now.
Even though it was Panama.
Even though it's Panama, we usually only win by 1 goal, much less 2. Fuck, much less 5.
Oh.
Alright,
Anyway.
stealth and such.
Yes. So what I'm going to say is because I actually have a horse. Adamant, get on the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my horse out of the actual gate we're going to be defending because that's what we need to acquaint ourselves with quite quickly. On the way out, we will try and spot whatever good spots for ambush holds there are in the sprawl outside of the burn. And then to begin with, I'm going to just pop an arrow down here.
I have a lot of good thief charms, so if you want to do something, very, what's the word?
They have their battle plans.
Sabotagey?
Yeah, well, if you want to steal their like as he said, steal their battle plans type.
No, actually don't steal their battle plans, then they'll know that we've stolen their battle plans and changed them. copy the battle plan.
Essentially, I have things like stealth bonuses and
Just memorize it and
That's
write
fine.
it down. Yeah, just memorize it. Just sneak in, memorize it, and then we get bonuses.
Okay, yeah, so that's what we're planning to do. We're going to go out through the city, find ambush holes, at a bare minimum, work out where the general will be approaching from, and if we get really lucky, look for a camp that we can sort of poke through for any attempts at finding out their battle plans.
Steal
Ruthlessly
goats.
copy.
Yeah, steal the goats, steal their horses, set their horses, whatever.
Okay.
The guild may be weird. I don't think it's riding goats in battle weird, generally.
I said goat.
Oh, sorry.
Goats.
Well, I specify because there are people in this setting who do ride goats in the battle, but I don't think the guild is
I
on.
just love the idea of like Diesel coming back with a bag of gold, and Serpentity's character coming back with a couple of goats. Going, what?
I think that would be if I rolled an intelligence check and botched, however. So, Gray, do I get a stunt bonus on the ride or stealth check of your choice?
For what? How did you go about it?
Well, riding out zigzag through the city. I've plotted out a route we're taking on the big map to sort of try and scout all the major roads and then come back from a different gate, so that the scouting parties don't necessarily think we're dudes working.
well, they're technically about a day away, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Well, the main forces.
Yeah. We've been spending a lot of daylight.
Okay then.
Right. So you're gonna be rolling stealth.
Yep.
May I also roll
Manipulation
stealth,
sounds. If you're gonna be kind of trying to manipulation or dexterity.
Okay. Are you giving me the option?
Well, it depends. So you trying to like fool them would be manipulation, but if you're just trying to literally sneak in,
I was trying to outride them because I don't see manipulation working too well because we've just come from the city and siege.
yeah, it'd be dexterity then.
Yeah. Okay. I will also spend 4 motes to get with the first stealth excellency to get some bonus dice. So I have 3 from stealth, 4 from dex, 4 from. No, so it's plus. Did I get any stunt from that, Gray, as well?
Have one.
Okay.
I'm feeling generous. It's the first session.
And what are we rolling to be?
This is probably going to be challenging, so 3.
3. Okay.
Am I also about to doing stealth then, or what's up?
Well, if you're riding with me, I suppose you'd be rolling the same dice, wouldn't you? I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So you're doing dex plus stealth.
Dex plus stealth, and what was this thing you're doing about spending modes for extra dice?
I was using the first stealth excellency for 4 motes worth of dice.
Okay.
Well, Cloud's having fun.
Nice.
Did that actually work?
Yes.
No.
It worked.
Well,
No,
yours-
that's the thing. Adam
so
says
then
mine
it's-
isn't.
yeah, Smith isn't.
I hate this dice roller sometimes. There we go.
Oh, wow! You woke
That's
up.
what happens when you're good at your job.
Yeah, you walk up behind the scouts. They don't even see you. You just walk into the army camp. No one spots you because just at the right moment as you walk in, everyone turns their head to do something else.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to stealthing my way through barbarian camps in the middle of a war season. This is fucking child's play.
They're obviously all watching.
Oh no,
Adamant.
I got
Yeah.
it better because this city was doing business with the guild. They actually have some soldiers' uniform. If you want to infiltrate their camp, you can probably get.
That would be disguise.
Have soldiers
Yeah, that'd be a disguise.
Yeah, and also the thing is, these are mercenaries. They're not gonna hire from
Uh-huh.
a place that they're trying to knock down.
You basically run up to them as soon as their backs are turned. You walk in as if you're actually part of the army. No one notices that you're not supposed to be there. Everyone thinks you belong there.
That's more manipulation, to be fair. Dex stealth is more just I find every
That
single
would be
shadow.
like dexterity.
Manipulation stealth, yeah.
Right.
Uh,
So
now-
it's hidden somewhere, yeah?
Yeah, we've definitely gotten out safe. How do you want to make us trying to get to a camp for plans, Greg?
I do have I do have a thing for a charm for survival, which is friendship with animal approach. Meaning I can speak with and instruct certain animals to do some things.
The goats.
I don't know.
It's the frickin' nurse all over again, isn't it? One slip from me.
I mean,
well, you had ducks in Dungeon World. Well, congratulations, in Exalted we have goats.
Well, yeah, wait, I don't have the social skills to make really good use of this, but we had some means of animal. Okay. Going in, I don't know. Do you want to do can you do manipulation stealth?
Oh, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just the way of that is exactly what you described earlier. It's more just sort of the bluffing and the. Oh yeah, no, I'm totally part of the army. I've just.
Because
actually,
Serpentis just went in a different sort of approach than you did.
Exactly.
Well, we were getting out to spot ambush holes and everything else that for later. This is the reconnoitering thing.
Yeah, the reconnoitering. We're on to the bit now. How do you want to have us do that, Greg? Because in my mind, that would be investigation, possibly.
Yeah, so I was thinking that because it's not so much getting in. If you want to just look at what they're doing, their positioning, that would be investigation. If you want to get in closer, it'll be more of a stealth, probably manipulation or maybe something like that.
I can do that. Which part is Lars? Where is Larceny?
Larceny is stealing.
Is Nightcast. Yeah, so Larceny is like actual theft. If we were stealing the battle plans, we would be using us.
You probably need to make the last row in order to actually copy the battle plans. You don't want to steal them.
Yeah.
Well, there is, but you get what I mean. Larceny is the.
I'm saying we should go. I'm saying we should go and blend in and see if we can go and actually get their plan of attacks.
Because this is also a mercenary army, so I think the whole uniform thing isn't that much of an issue.
True. I mean, mercenaries to another mercenary.
Yeah.
God bless the guild. Right. I mean, I can do manipulation stuff, absolutely. May I just, seeing as there's two of us, if you want to go the blending in and bluffing route, to go and try and find the battle plans, it makes more sense that then I split off on Dex stealth and try and get ahead again and try and work out where their main axis of attack is going to be. So that way,
right. Well,
I find the general through Dex stealth, you find the battle plans through manipulation and blending in.
Well, the thing is, since I do have a high number of contacts, I could look for a minor contact for the scene inside the mercenary army.
That would be that'd be great.
Nice.
That'd be a really great idea if you could pull that off.
Just make a friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So for minor contacts, I think you use every die is real quick. Let's go look at the contacts. That thing again for background. Can someone do that fast?
Backgrounds? Did you say contacts? Yeah.
Yeah, contacts.
No, that's a cult. That's a very different kettle of fish entirely. Minor contact. Represent your character in it and ability to stim information.
Minor contacts like at the bottom of the compact thing.
Yeah. It merely says each dot of this background provides one additional die for finding minor contact.
It'd probably be manipulation.
Yeah.
Manipulation plus socialize to talk to people, and then you get extra die for your contacts. So you're really good at, doing that.
Shoot, my socialize is shite, but I do have 5 extra dice for that.
You could, yeah.
At least you have extras.
You're working off of something where you've got a lot of bonus dice.
Alright, but first it would be manipulation stealth to get in.
Yeah. Well, you go first on manipulation stealth to get in, then I'll break off and do the.
And how many? And it's a general mastery. How do you use this general mastery thing again?
The what now? Sorry.
I have beginning mastery for stealth and larceny. So I'd be basically spending personal points to get in.
Well, okay. So which master do you have? First, second, or third?
First stealth excellency.
Okay, so first stealth excellency, you spend a mote and it gets you an extra die, and you can do that as many times as you can double your amount of dice for the roll if you have enough motes.
Yes.
Right. And
your second excellency is 2 motes to get a success.
And so we're basically in over here by spending motes over here. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for 2 motes. I'll spend 2 motes for the excellency. And that is 3 plus 4, meaning 7. So this is 9.